How's it, aloha gang, and welcome back to High Now Daily. Joining us now is Keali Lopez, AARP Hawaii State Director. Keali is here, always providing vital information for local ohana. Welcome into the show.
Good, thank you to be here.
Mahalo nui for being here. So today we are talking about, and especially growing up being here in Hawaii, generational housing with ohana, right? And this idea of caregiving. So oftentimes things happen and people are thrust into these caregiving roles here in Hawaii. But what are we seeing locally right now?
So one of the things we do know is that there's 154,000 family caregivers in Hawaii.
Ooh.
So they're taking care of their parents, their spouses, their loved ones. They put in about 144 million hours a year.
Oh my goodness.
Right? And so if they were paid by the state or paid to do that work, that would be $2.6 billion. So it's wonderful. We all do it out of love for our ohana. The thing that we want people to understand, though, is many of these caregivers, in addition to their own time, spend about $7,200 of their own dollars for medicine, transportation, all of those things. So we're excited that this year we have gotten a bill farther than we ever had in the past.
Okay, that's big. Tell us about the bill. And just, I mean, in speaking out, those numbers are staggering.
Yes, they are. They are. And again, all out of love, right, to care for their loved ones. Keep in mind also that by caring for our loved ones, people are not having to go into expensive facilities that taxpayer dollars have to go into for Medicaid and Medicare to cover that. So we're saving a lot of money. But again, that's why we're so excited about this caregiver tax credit. So it's a state tax credit. It is a way for the legislature and the state to say, you know what, thank you, mahalo for taking care of our loved ones. Again, if not for these caregivers, a lot of these kupuna would have to be in care homes and such, and they all want to stay at home. Most everybody wants to be able to age in their own home, and family caregivers make that possible.
And expanding on what you just said as well, oftentimes it is ohana members that are in the caregiving role, many of them still working currently all the time.
Exactly.
More than 40 hours a week sometimes.
Exactly. And that's part of our concern, is people shouldn't have to take off from work or lose money. So one, we talk about spending their own money, but they also take off time from work. So having a reasonable tax credit, and so there's limits on who can get it and how much it's going to be available, but we think at least it's a starting point. Be able to take care and say, you know what, Hawaii, we love our kupuna, our loved ones, family is so important. Here's a way that the state and all of us are supporting their efforts.
Okay, so you mentioned this is the farthest that it has gotten as well. And where will we see the immediate impact moving forward? Nice.
So just for you, policy geeks out there, maybe if some of you are watching, it's HB 701. So that's gotten through the House and the Senate. It goes to conference. If the legislature and the money committees can find the money to make it happen, we're looking at having it be available to taxpayers in the next cycle for tax purposes. So, again, we're working hard. We have information on our website if people want to participate, and it's aarp.org/local. But we have a link on our Facebook page, and I think we have a link on your folks' website.
That's right. There's going to be many resources in order for people to learn more. Oftentimes with AARP, in addition to this, what we're talking about today, so many different initiatives take place in the community, really going back to supporting kupuna specifically. But oftentimes people think, oh my gosh, I'm not a member, I cannot go. But that's not the case, right?
Right. So with AARP events, you don't have to be a member, and most of them are all free. You can go online at aarpagain.org local. We've got, if you don't mind, if you have a minute, we have an event on Maui, which is a documentary with Seth Rogen and his wife, Lauren, and their care for her mother who had Alzheimer's. But we also have some fraud events coming up. We want kupuna and everyone. You worked hard for your money, keep it, don't give it to scammers. So go to our website and learn more about those events.
There you go. Mahalo nui. Keali, always very important information. And for more info as well, head to highnowdaily.com. Right now, we'll send things over to Rachel.
Thanks so much, Kainoa. We know